Hi, welcome to today's Tech Talk. My name is Chuck Henderson. I'm a Senior Solution Architect here at Supermicro. Today I'm going to be talking about our SuperBlade servers. We have two types of SuperBlade enclosures. One is an 8U and the other is a 6U shown here. When I say 6U and 8U, I'm referring to the number of rack units they take up in any standard 2-meter rack. We have all the necessary components to create a mini rack infrastructure within the enclosure. SuperBlades have the greatest density in the industry, and we have a number of different types of blades to suit all of our customers' needs. There are three key factors to the SuperBlade enclosures. The first is that we have all of the necessary components to create a mini rack infrastructure within the enclosure itself. I'm going to turn around to the back and show you the back of the enclosure here. As you can see here, we have 8 power supplies. We have 2 chassis management modules. And last but not least, we have 4 25 gig Ethernet switches, creating an aggregate throughput of 100 gigs to each individual blade. The next is that we have 95% cable reduction. How do I achieve 95% cable reduction? Well, as you can see, there's no cabling between the blades themselves and the top of the rack switch, greatly reducing the number of cables that a customer is going to need to run the enclosure. There are a number of different use examples for the SuperBlades. We have the automotive industry for research and design. We have academia for HPC. We have a financial industry for high-frequency trading. We have GPU servers for AI and inferencing needs. As shown here, we have a number of different types of blades. We have our single processor blade that can house a full height, full length GPU like an H100 or H200, for example. We have our dual processor blade, which has up to 32 DIMM slots for up to 8 terabytes of memory. We have single wide blades for greatest density. We have double wide blades for increased airflow for customers using air cooling to use higher bin CPUs. We have our liquid cool blade, which uses up to 500 watt TDP CPUs and also incorporates the first liquid cooled CPUs, memory, and VRM. Lastly, we have our storage blade that can house up to 8 E3.S storage drives. Now we'll look at our 8U enclosure. As you can see, this particular 8U enclosure is set up for liquid cooling, but we also do have air-cooled options, the same as we have in the 6U enclosure. The 8U enclosure can house up to 20 blades in the enclosure, giving us 120 blades in a 48U rack. 120 blades is unparalleled and the greatest density that you'll find in the industry. Directly above the enclosure, we have the CDMs. This is where the hoses from each blade plug in. We have a cold hose, we have a hot hose. Down at the bottom, we have our CDU. This is where the liquid is cooled and sent through the system for the circulation. From the CDU, liquid comes up the back to each CDM, out the cold hose, across the CPUs inside the system, back out through the hot hose into the CDM, back down around to the CDU where the coolant is recooled and the process starts again. We have the same use cases in the 8U that you would see in the 6U. For instance, any single processor blade within the 8U enclosure can also house a full height, full length GPU. So that concludes our Tech Talk for today. I hope you've learned a little bit about the SuperBlade portfolio. If you need more information, please go to supermicro.com. Thank you for attending.